don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, I'm rocking my pants, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion. Overpowering, over the competition, I'm towering, wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Punching Annex. It is our second episode. This week we're going to be looking at the Saskatoon Shiners with their coach, NoseDive53, who also goes by NoseDive. Oh
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
How you doing today?
I am doing all right.
Awesome.
Was feeling a little sick this morning, but feeling good overall now.
It's coming back to you, your vitality and strength.
Yeah, going back to my my pro dice rolling.
So you got the hot hand, you're serving them up.
Yeah, there's this thing in the Rebel of nose dice.
Yeah, I've
Because
seen that, but I never knew what the reference was.
It's because I tend to roll like really good, and then my opponents also roll really bad.
Ah, so you're like the inverse of the dice flu, which is a nice name for what we usually call it.
Yeah, and then every once in a while the dice blow up in my face, and then I lose like half the team.
Yeah, well, that'll happen, right? It's Blood Bowl.
Yeah, there was one point last season where I had 3 players for one game, a Storm Vermin and 2 Line Rats. The rest were loners.
Nice. Hey, it's still all got 7 movement, right?
Yeah, a whole bunch of MNGs. It was pretty fun.
Nice. So, for those of you who are new to the show, this is basically kind of a learning program. What we're doing is we're talking to coaches from Division 1 and Rebels REL conference, and basically talking to them about, you know, their team, how they got their team to where they are, you know, what they do differently, and kind of tips and strategy for younger coaches. So, without further ado, we can kind of jump into some of the actual interview questions. I guess you already kind of introduced yourself. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Shiners?
The Shiners, they started in the Rebel in Season 4 in Div 2, back when there was only like 4 divisions of REL instead of 11. And we started off with a Rat Ogre, because I like the Rat Ogre, and he actually blossomed into a pretty cool thing. For his first level up, he rolled an 11, so I took the plus agility. And then the next level up, he rolled doubles, so I took extra arms and made him a ball carrier. He went on to score 11 touchdowns before retiring.
You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little fuzzy on Rat Ogres, but they're 2 agility base, right?
Yes, they are 2 agility base.
Nice. So it's kind of like a throw rock, almost, that you built.
Yeah, I mean, but he was
5
catching those 2+ passes and then just running away.
Nice. So did he meet an unfortunate end, or did you wind up having to cut him for weight?
Well, he met an unfortunate end, but I was thinking about cutting him at that point because he was level 5, like almost level 6. He was at like 70 SPP or something, and we were going up against Golgothon's Rats, who are in Div 2 right now. And on a turn 13, like kickoff, he punched Jerry down and killed him.
Oh.
And I'd used my Apo earlier, so I couldn't save him, and it was a real sad day.
Poor Jerry.
I kind of had a similar thing happen this season. I was thinking about getting rid of my troll on my orc team, and the chaos team I played first round took care of that for me.
Yeah, also, back when Jerry was on the team, I had one Storm Vermin who was Spike the Second, who was on 4 out of 6 SPP for an entire 2 seasons. And then before that, and also at the same time as I had Jerry, Mickey Mouse, who is almost legend now, only had Mighty Blow and Tackle. So my team has come a long way since then.
So, speaking of which, how long have you been playing Blood Bowl, and how many seasons has that been? That's 5 seasons, I guess?
This is my 4th season in the Rebel, and I have been playing Blood Bowl since Blood Bowl 2 came out in late 2015.
Oh, so that's when you first started playing, was with this edition.
Yeah, I started playing, I think, a week after the game came out.
It's fairly recent.
That's real cool. You know, what's your favorite team or kind of play style to employ in Blood Bowl? Is it rats, or are there other teams you actually kind of enjoy more or like the style of better?
Well, besides rats, my most played teams are orcs, dwarves, and chaos. So I guess that says a little something about me.
And
Like,
is that just kind of a relief to get away from being a squishy team and to kind of get a change of scenery, or is that actually what you think you'd prefer? Like if you had to, well, I guess we'll get to your rerolls later, but if you had to, is that the kind of playstyle you'd want to go with your next team?
Yeah, I've been playing Bash since I started playing the game. I didn't actually play Skaven until about mid 2016. Before that, it was all orcs and dwarves. I picked up Chaos at around the same time.
So what kind of advice do you have for coaches looking to make a deep run into like Div 1?
Have good dice, be good at the game, and get some stat ups, because apparently that's what Rel is all about.
Need to sacrifice some fleshies.
Oh yeah, and don't play Necro if you want to have 2 flesh columns.
Yeah, Jimmy's been holding on to his pretty well thus far.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
I mean, what can happen?
I mean, also getting like every Necro team in Rel having like a Claw Palm Wolf and maybe a Strength 4 Wolf or an Agility 4 Wolf also helps them out, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
It's the flesh tax.
So,
Yeah.
like when it came to building out this team, did you have like a kind of a specific approach to the way you wanted to build them out, or you know, if you could go back and kind of look at it again, would you have changed the way that you approached building out this team?
Sounds like you had some fun with the initial start.
Yeah, well, my approach with Skaven for every Skaven team I've played is I like to have two killer storm vermin, right? Two palm tackle, and if they roll doubles, get claw. But one will get like grab, juggernaut, maybe frenzy or guard or something, just to make him a little bit more like utility, while the other gets pro, just so that way he's like the main killer. And then with the gutter runners, I like to run 2 sackers, and that because you can never have too many sackers. And then one, I either build into a ball carrier like Minnie Mouse Jr. is currently, or if a rat rolls plus movement, they get turned into a 1-turner. Here's a little fun tidbit for you. Before the original Minnie Mouse had strength 3, movement 10. And it was kind of scary, but then she died on a turn 16 blitz. The same game Jerry died.
It's brutal. So it's
Yeah.
one of those games.
Yeah, I mean she also died twice, so I guess the game was out to get her. And then I like to have one like basing gutter runner, like block, sidestep, tackle, diving tackle. If I just got doubles instead of the plus strength, I would have taken prehensile tail. And then if I didn't get doubles at all for that level, I probably would have taken shadowing for like the meme value, I guess, because nobody expects shadowing. And then I like to get a 14 man roster, get 2 dirty players, 1 kick. It just so happened that I only had like 1 line rat for like 2 seasons who got all the line rat SPP. So that's why I have a dirty player kick piece that's almost level 4.
Yeah, he's closing in. What, he's 7
6
points away.
Yeah, and I think what's gonna happen with my 2 sacking gutter runners is one's gonna pick up Dauntless, and then one's gonna sort of grab tackle to deal with sure hand carriers more, whereas the Dauntless will be more for non-sure hand carriers. That's usually how I build the teams.
So looking at your sackers, they're both level 3, same skill sets. Are you going to begin to vary them out, or are they both going to kind of follow the same later build as they progress?
Whichever one levels up first will grab tackle, and then the other one will grab Dauntless. And then after the Dauntless, unless they roll plus agility or something, maybe a plus movement, they're gonna go Dauntless, tackle in the next 2 level ups, like mixed between them, and then maybe leap after if they don't roll any doubles or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is one of the only Skaven team I've seen in Rebel that doesn't have at least 1+ movement gutter on it.
Yeah, I mean, Luminous, he lost his 1-turner and then got 2, so...
Yeah. So is there anything that would have to happen for you to consider rerolling, or are you happy with this team?
If I lost both Storm Vermin, I think I would reroll. Because I would not be able to handle the higher divs with 2 rookie Storm Vermin.
And in cases like that, if you lose both your Storm Vermin, you get a fresh pair with just block each. Presumably that's going to knock you down in the standings, so you wouldn't wait for relegation. You would just call it a day right there.
I'd have to finish the season because there's some strict rules in the Rebel about mid-season rerolls and stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm presuming you finish the season. I just mean,
yeah.
Do you tank?
But
at that
I'd
point
still
and get
end the
relegated?
season if I lost both Storm Vermin. I'd
Right.
still retire at the end.
Yeah, cool. So I guess just to wrap up, do you have any advice or main pointers that you would want to give to kind of the younger players out there who are just picking the game up like you were a couple years ago? Some traps or tricks to avoid?
Don't take Chaos Dwarf Minotaurs. I hear they're kind of bad. And now my advice here is you should always take a Rat Ogre on a starting Skaven team.
Huh.
But you wanna ditch him once your TV gets above around 15 or 1600, because the Rat Ogre provides that extra strength and cage breaking ability early on. Because Skaven tend to struggle against bash teams early on in development, and the Rat Ogre just lets you break cage baseball carriers more. It's a hard hitter off the bat, but it does slow down your Storm Vermin development. So you gotta maybe pump a touchdown into them every once in a while, and don't have 3 dirty players on a team, I guess, is the other piece of advice. That's too many. There's such a thing as too many dirty players.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're at 30k cash, so you should be able to get rid of that guy pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, and for really new coaches, you should probably start out with Orcs or Undead as a starting team. That'll help you out a lot.
Yeah,
Easier bash teams.
Yeah,
of
there was a
people
while.
encourage, dwarves as well.
Yeah, we were saying dwarves.
I wouldn't go dwarves as a new coach because you will lose a lot of games because you're not that good at positioning yet. I don't think they're that easy of a team, but a lot of people seem to think they are. I also don't like when people recommend humans as a learning team because I think once you learn the bash game is when you should probably start learning the agility game, is after that. And then I'd go into dark elves or something instead of humans.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, hey, Nosedive, thank you very much for stopping by today and passing on the pearls of wisdom to the youth of tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
This has been the second episode of the Punching Annex. Thank you guys for tuning in. And signing off, this is Rusty Seabutter.
This is Jim Burrito.
Can you go ahead and give yourself an outro too?
I guess I can give myself an outro. And NoseDive. Whoa.
Whoa!